On the edge of thousands of towns sits a single enormous store, so vast that it seems to have quietly swallowed the old Main Street whole. More people work for this one company than serve in many of the world's armies. And, for a great many families, it is simply where you go to buy almost everything. That store is Walmart, and this is a series about the companies that run the world. Walmart represents a very pure and very modern kind of power, the raw power of sheer scale. It does not really make anything at all. Instead, it sells more than anyone else on earth, and it buys more than anyone else on earth. And that colossal buying power lets it do something remarkable. It gets to set the price of things. The numbers alone are staggering. Walmart is the largest company in the entire world, measured by revenue, and it is the single largest private employer on the planet, with well over 2 million people on its payroll. No private enterprise in history has ever employed quite so many. At its heart lies one relentless doctrine: everyday low prices. A single, unwavering promise that the price will always be low. Almost everything about the company is engineered to drive cost relentlessly out of the system and to pass just enough of it back to the customer to keep them coming through the doors. And because it purchases in such unimaginable quantities, Walmart can effectively dictate terms to those who supply it. Even the mighty makers of your soap, your cereal, and your toothpaste must meet the price Walmart demands or risk losing access to the single largest shelf on the entire planet. The effect of this ripples right back through the economy. To win and keep Walmart's business, suppliers will reorganize their factories, redraw their logistics, and even change the countries in which they choose to manufacture. The demands of one retailer quietly reshape the industrial world behind it. Its true engine, though, is distribution. Walmart runs a near-legendary network of vast distribution centers, fleets of trucks, and flows of data that move goods with a ruthless efficiency. For decades, it pioneered supply chain technology that its rivals could only struggle to imitate. The result is a kind of retail gravity. Where a Walmart opens, the commerce of a town bends inexorably towards it. The smaller shops that cannot hope to match its prices quietly close their doors, and the spending of a whole community concentrates itself into that single vast building. It is less competition than gravitation. For a long time, its rivals were other stores, the warehouse club Costco, the dollar chains, the fierce discounter Aldi. But the truly existential war now is with Amazon, the store that has no walls at all, and that threatens to move all of retail out of the aisles and onto the screen. And so, Walmart has fought back hard. It has poured many billions into online shopping, into groceries ordered from a phone, and into home delivery, determined to prove that its overwhelming scale in the physical world can be made to win in the digital one too. There is a human weight to all of this as well. As the largest private employer of them all, Walmart's decisions about wages and working conditions effectively set a floor for retail work across entire countries. The choices made in its headquarters shape the livelihoods of millions. So the moat, in the end, is scale that feeds upon itself. The size, the logistics, the buying power, and the hard-won reputation for low prices all compound together. A newcomer cannot match the prices without first having the scale, and cannot possibly build the scale without already having the prices. So we reached a question this series always asks: of what would break if Walmart vanished? For millions of people, the cheapest place to buy food and daily basics would suddenly be gone. Suppliers would lose their single biggest customer overnight, and in some towns, the only large store for miles would simply vanish. Prices, at least for a while, would climb. Which brings us to the uncomfortable question. In our endless pursuit of the very lowest possible price, we have handed one single company the power to set wages, to squeeze its suppliers, and to hollow out the main streets of whole towns. Is cheapness, bought in this particular way, truly worth what it quietly costs us on? To be fair, and it genuinely deserves saying, for a family living carefully on a tight budget, those low prices are a real and daily blessing. To stretch a modest paycheck a little further is no small thing at all, and the brutal efficiency Walmart forced upon retail has lowered prices far beyond its own doors. And that is the deeper lesson of this particular giant. The deepest power in all of commerce is scale itself. Grow large enough, and you cease to be someone who merely accepts the prices offered, and you become the one who sets them. The greatest buyer, in the end, quietly becomes the ruler. So the next time you find yourself walking the seemingly endless aisles beneath the flat fluorescent light, know that the low price printed on the shelf is not really a gift at all. It is a lever, the visible sign of a company so vast that it bends the entire economy gently around itself.